This is Note Taking Guide 2.6. Today we're talking about retirement income. There's actually three major types of retirement income. The first one is called an IRA. The letter I stands for individual, R stands for retirement, and A stands for account. So this is a pre-tax account. So what happens here is if you want to start an IRA or a retirement account, say you make $4,000 a month and you want to put $5,000 or $500 into your retirement account, the federal government won't tax you on that $500. They'll take that $500, put it in an IRA for you, and then tax you on the $3,500 that was left over on your income. So people like IRAs because they're pre-tax. They take the money out before you're taxed on it. You do eventually get taxed on the money though. The money gets taxed when you pull it out of the account or make a withdrawal. So, but they're kind of nice accounts. That's mostly what people put their money into when they're going to retire, okay? The other way you can get money for retirement is called Social Security. In the U.S., the federal insurance program is called Medicaid. And when you turn 67 years old, they give you those benefits as well as monetary benefits, meaning they give you money. It is a very small portion of the amount of money that you would have put into the Social Security system, but you will get some of that money back. The last way to have a retirement is something called a pension. A pension is a regular payment made during a person's retirement from an investment fund to which that person or their employee has contributed during their working life. So if you have a pension, as you're working, you would be depositing money into that. Sometimes you deposit the money into it. Sometimes the company you work for deposits the money into it. Sometimes both of you deposit money into it. When you retire from that company, that pension is, you get to draw back out on that money. Usually it's whatever's in that account is split over a certain number of years for a certain number of payments. So that's called a pension. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at some examples of how we can do some math using some of this information. So example 1 says Sam is retiring at age 65. Lucky him, 2 years earlier than most people at this point. At age 65, his company will pay him $1,560 a month, and Social Security will pay him $800 a month. He has $120,000 in an IRA fund. What percent to the nearest tenth of the fund must Sam withdraw each month to raise his monthly retirement income to $3,600? So he knows he needs $3,600 to live off of. So he wants to know how much money per month he should be pulling out of this fund in order to do that. So what we're going to do first of all is add together the $1,560 and the $800. That will tell me how much money he's making on his own. So when we add those together, we get $2,360. He wants to make $3,600. So we'll then take that $2,360 and we'll subtract it away from the $3,600. When we do that, I think we get $1,240, if I'm doing that math right in my head. So what I'm going to do now is just like on today's bell work where we wrote a percentage kind of a question, because we need to figure out what percent of this investment he needs to take out. So I'm going to say $1,240 is what percent of $120,000. So you could just write it out like that if you wanted to. $1,240 is what percent of $120,000. Then it's written out just like it was on the bell work, and we know how to write the equation. So we go $1,240 equals X times 120,000. And then you know how to solve that. So how are we going to solve for the X? We're going to divide both sides by that 120,000. So over here it will be gone. It will just give me my X value. And over here we're going to divide by the 120,000. And I get a funky decimal point number. Did anybody get that for me? I got 0.01033. Is that it? So then just change this to a decimal point number. So I get 1.033% for my X value. Thank you. Questions on how I did that, you guys? No? Okay, next one. Again, on this one, there was that little typo that had extra info in there, so we already crossed that off. But this one says John's pension fund will pay him a pension rate of 2.2% on his average salary for each year of service within this organization. If John plans to retire after 30 years of service, what percent of his final salary will he receive? If his final salary is $56,000, what annual amount will he receive? So he gets 2.2% for every year of service. And how many years did he serve? 30. So 2.2% times 30 years means he's going to get 66% of his salary for retirement. So what I did was I just took that 2.2% and I times it by the 30. That comes out to 66. So 66% of his salary is what he gets for retirement. So we're just going to find 66% of his salary, and his salary was $56,000. So time those together. Anybody got that? Perfect. That's exactly what I got. So 36,960. So I want you to notice this, you guys, that he's used to living on $56,000 worth of income, and he's going to drop down to $37,000 worth of income. So almost a $20,000 difference. So you have to be careful when you retire to make sure that, you either have extra money sitting around or expect to live on a substantially lower amount of money. Okay. One last kind of problem you'll see on today's assignment. It says lose IRA balance. There's another typo I got to fix. Lose IRA balance is $428,000 at age 75. What amount must she withdraw from her IRA during the year? I give you the chart every time you have to do that. This is actually called the Uniform Lifetime Table. It tells you what you'd have to divide your amount of money by at a certain age. It tells you how much you have to withdraw every year of your age. So it says that we're 75, so we would come to 75 here, and it gives me this divisor of 22.9. Divisor actually means divide by, so it tells me exactly what I'm going to do with that number. I'm going to divide by 22.9. So I'm going to take that $428,000 and I'm going to divide that by 22.9. That will tell me how much I have to withdraw from my IRA for the year according to my age. So, yeah, 18,689.96 is the number that I got. Okay, so that's how much she needs to withdraw from her IRA during the year, so $18,000. Those are the three different kinds of problems that you'll